I've got Dante's slip lead here just in case, okay? Advocating for being good owners of dogs under In the Image Clothing Company poodles. Dante's a really well-behaved dog, but just in case, I've got a slip lead here if we were to need it, okay? But just because we've got different length toes, it looks like our feet are rolling in when we walk naturally. They're not. They're pointing straight forward from those pinky toes, but we just grip arches inward from the outsides of our feet, which are the pinky toes. Dante, here. You lay on your towel, okay? Just trying to keep the house clean where I live currently. So keeping him on the towel will keep him a lot cleaner than him just laying in the dirt. Okay, so we're rolling evenly off the ends of our different length toes. We're not rolling in with the feet. Not really, not really. We're putting even pressure on different length toes. But it looks like the feet come in, and that's what allows the hips to open, okay? That's what I'm saying. No, you stay on your towel. You stay on your towel. I'm gonna get a little feisty with them. Why wouldn't you want to? That's softer than the dirt and cleaner too. It's like the hands. The hands grabbing together opens the shoulders. The feet gripping together open the hips, okay? So opening up the body, it seems backward. It seems ironic. That's what I'm saying. You close certain things. Look at my shoulders. Close together to really open, okay? You internally rotate. Even the word internal, it sounds like inside, because that's what happens. The body comes closer to its center to open, okay? Like the legs, you internally rotate to open. Then you can get really big, openness-wise, right? Without pulling on anything, that's the point. You have to do it how it mechanically operates, or it's not gonna work. You're gonna be in pain. People stretch their body. They'll think, all right, I wanna get my arm clear over there, but they're in external rotation, chronically stuck in external rotation, or just in a twist in the body in this right-handed world, okay? Something like this, okay? And they'll think, I wanna reach, and so I need to stretch something to get over there. No, you need to internally rotate, and now you can really reach. Watch the right side of my body open up, or hear this title, lifting the right side of the body. A video here under the main side of In the Image Clothing Company. In this right-handed patterning, our right side is dropped. In our right-handed world, 85% give or take of human beings being right-handed, okay? The natural bend in the knee, the natural curve in the spine, a couple of videos here under the main side of In the Image Clothing Company. If the right side's externally rotated more than the left, to get full extension and range of motion, to really open up and get farther from your body, you have to actually come in closer to your body first, internally rotate, and now you can really open. It's backward, but that's how it works, and it'll never work any other way. I didn't decide it, I couldn't possibly, but you'll never stretch to it. Muscles only pull. We've got opposing muscles, adduction and abduction, okay, flexion and extension, and all the ways that you could talk about it in anywhere in the body. Internal rotation versus external rotation, okay, dorsiflexion versus plantar flexion. Yeah, we pull to close or we pull to extend. It's always a pull. There's always opposition. If you stretch away from one side, what about the other side? There's just two sides. You have to reside in the neutral. As I was saying earlier, seen as simply as we could really make it be, probably as simply as we could. Left or right, front or back, okay? And again, external is forward or internal is backward. It's just how it works. It's just bones of the body rotating. It's just length of things like fingers versus thumbs. different length toes. Okay, and I could say this and we could deepen it and I can kind of really get into it even more. Whatever, whatever, and a third, whatever. Let me be clear, letting dogs stay natural. I'm fine with Dante laying in the dirt. It's just where I live currently. I'm trying to keep the house clean, and I don't need to bathe Dante more than I need to bathe him. You know, he can be out here and doesn't get dirty, really, not very much, unless he actually lays in the dirt. And I got a towel here for him, and I don't know why he wouldn't want to lay on the towel. It's 100% cotton, you know, it's nice. As opposed to laying on these sharp rocks, you know, this is going to be more comfortable for him. It really would be, right? I mean, these will just poke into his bones. That's why I'm upset with him for laying there. He moved like 3 feet away from the towel and just tried to lay on the rocks. Okay. Anyway, most of it's just where I live right now. I'm trying to keep the house clean. It's not my house. But I think that's just about all we'll say in this video to give the context on what we need here. Date marked, documented in the Image Clothing Company, the 29th of January, 2026. Opening up the body, it comes from, well, that's what I do. You'll see me like stand, and when I put my arms away from my sides, I internally rotate my hands. Because if I put my hands external, it pulls on my head and it drops my shoulders, okay? It's just how the body works. It's just the shoulders only ever working behind the head, just because they do mechanically. And it's all these other things I've said a few times within here. There's just differences to things in the body that only allow it to work in a certain way because it's not even. Our toes aren't all the same lengths. Our thumb isn't the same length as our fingers. Our fingers aren't all the same length. We don't have the ability to bend backward at the hips, but you can bend forward at the hips. Right? Just meaning there's only one side to a lot of functioning in the body, but there's opposition to all the functioning